So I want to probably rant a little bit. Just the state of the Philadelphia Eagles, where we're at as a football team, what should happen, what shouldn't happen. I haven't watched any other people's videos, not even one person on this Philadelphia Eagles football team, just about everything, what dislikes, likes, the game. I'm not even watching anybody's videos because honestly, I don't give a shit what anyone thinks about certain things. I know I'm going to be a little different, or maybe not. I don't know because like I said, haven't watched anything. But I don't give a shit what anybody has to say. And whether it's in the comment section or wherever, okay? What I think is what I think. And that's just how it is. So, Carson Wentz. I've come to realize that Carson Wentz can't do it on his own. Can't do it on his own. And a lot of quarterbacks can't. Certain quarterbacks out there that can. And Carson needs help. Carson threw some pretty easy passes that turned into either throwing the ball too high. He fucked up a lot of passes yesterday. But you know what? He hasn't really fucked up in a while because, honestly, if Carson gets sacked, it's because the receivers don't get open. If Carson extends, and Carson extended how many plays yesterday and couldn't find a soul. And then when he throws the pass and nothing happens, everyone flips out and thinks it's Carson's fault, depending on the pass. But as for me, I just don't think he could do it alone. That's what it is. I'm not saying he needs all elite all around him. He needs elite players all around him, but which means for me to go at these receivers. These receivers are all, they're not going to do any much more than what we could do right now. Part of it is the scheme. Brian Baldinger's video. If you watch it, I uploaded the 2 videos. He doesn't even know what the Eagles are doing. He even said, who is teaching these receivers? Who is doing these routes for these combination routes that they're doing? When you're on the field as a receiver, you run a route on a certain play. Everybody has their own route. And for some reason, they're running routes to where it's impossible to get open. The combination routes are bad. We don't have a deep threat. We're literally throwing to tight ends. That's it. We're throwing to tight ends. That's all. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside was our best receiver from one catch when Carson was on the 1 yard line with all that field in front of him. And J.J. came back and caught that ball. And then he went to the sideline. We have no speed. If Deshaun Jackson was here, and people won't believe this, but if he was actually in the lineup, it would open up everything for this team. And I mean everything. A lot of guys would get open because the coverage wouldn't be as in the box. No defense is afraid of this wide receiver core right now. The only person they're afraid of is Zach Ertz. But the Patriots kind of took care of that. I think Zach Ertz had, 94 yards receiving. I believe it because he pretty much had the ball the whole time. But when it comes to Carson Wentz, he made mistakes, but every quarterback is making mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. That last drive, yeah, he threw some bad passes. And that one that Aguilar at the end was on the damn money, and of course, Aguilar just can't bring it in. But Carson Wentz, the guy is a winner. I believe that he can't do it by himself. Carson Wentz cannot win games by himself. He can't make anyone else look good. He extended, I can just say this over and over again. He extended so many plays. He extended a good amount of plays yesterday. And waiting with the football. I mean, it's just insane. I don't care who thinks. I'm not saying Carson is elite because I know what Carson could do. Howie Roseman is to blame for a lot of things. He is to blame for this wide receiver core this year. I understand guys getting hurt. There is nobody behind anybody in this wide receiver core. Mac Hollins can't do anything other than that one pass that was overthrown, and Carson Wentz threw it over Mac Hollins' head, and that probably would have been a touchdown or close to it. But I'm not putting 100% on Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz fucked up yesterday, but everybody fucked up yesterday. Okay? Let's get that straight. I don't think he's an elite quarterback. I don't think that Wentz can do it by himself. But Howie Roseman is yet to fail and set this quarterback up with nothing. With nothing. Doug Pearson and Mike Rowe has set this game plan up, this team up, with nothing. Mike Rowe's job as a coordinator is to put players in the right positions to win football games. The wide receiver coach is not teaching. I don't know what he's doing. These combination routes that these guys are running are not opening up. So something is wrong there. Brian Baldinger from NFL Analyst said a lot. And I was watching, and I could watch him all day talk about football because he knows his shit. We could tell it's the receivers, but the people that are saying that it's all Carson Wentz is baloney. I don't fucking care. It's not like I'm saying he's the best thing ever, but I know what Carson Wentz can do. And I don't give a fuck what any of you have to say. I don't give a fuck who doesn't like it in the comments section. I don't care who doesn't. Any other YouTuber don't fucking like it. Tough shit. Don't care. That's our quarterback. Yeah, Nick Foles probably worked better with this offense, but you know, it is what it is. I'm always going to love Nick, no matter what. I'm not going to talk about the defense at all because I'm good with the defense, to be honest. I was really happy with them. They played hard. They kept us in the game. They did a tremendous job yesterday. Nelson Aguilar. I like him as a person. I don't, it's too much of this every year. It's up year, down year, down year, up year, down year. I can't. It's just, guys were, Deshaun and Alshon were hurt the second week against the Falcons, and we tried to rely on him to do things. He missed crucial catches, the Falcons game for a touchdown. He missed a wide open pass he barely even saw, or whatever happened in that Vikings game, which, and then this catch, he can't even catch that. We don't have any reliable receivers. Nelson Aguilar, I'm sorry, but I don't want to see the guy go. I like him, but, I thought he was really turning a corner after 17. And 18 was just a weird year because we were going back and forth with quarterbacks, and then the back fracture, and we didn't know he had a back fracture, and he wasn't playing well, and Carson could play. I know Carson could play. The fucking guy gets the ball in his hands, and you know what? The guy's going to make mistakes, but he literally was throwing into a tight window the whole fucking night. Which receiver was open? I'm not talking about tight ends. I'm talking receivers. Who was open the whole night? No tight window. It was tight windows the whole night. And he's going to try to make a play. Were there some things he could have shot? Tony Romo actually said he could have underthrew the ball. He could have threw to the first level and got like 5 or 6 yards. Would have been 3rd and 2, 2nd and 3. But he wanted to go for the, I think Carson Wentz tries too hard because he really wants to get yards. But I can't really, it is what it is. He fucked up. But he's not a bad quarterback. He's not elite. He needs help because he can't. He's not Aaron Rodgers. He's not Tom Brady. He can't. As long as Wentz is playing, we're good. No, he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it, and he's proven that he cannot do it. Doesn't make him a bad quarterback, period. But Howie Roseman's job is to set him up with guys around him that are going to make him successful. And that hasn't happened, whether you fucking like it or not. Alshon Jeffrey, apparently he's been hurt for a while. I haven't seen that fire when he's playing. He's been just running and getting covered and made some catches this year, but nothing spectacular. Hopefully he's back next week. I haven't really given up on Alshon Jeffrey as much as Nelson Aguilar. Nelson Aguilar, I'm almost just done because if Nelson goes to another team, he's getting a veteran minimum. I mean, he's getting a little deal. He's not going to get any money. $9.3 million is the most he's going to make with us. He's not getting that anywhere else. Unfortunately, we took a shot. I think, honestly, because of this offense, it's come down to scheme. It's come down to route combinations. It's come down to the way they run this offense. And Mike Rowe and Carson Walsh and the rest of these guys are a part of this shit. Doug just calls the plays. But the routes are not good. I literally saw Dallas Goedert run a short little comeback, barely, a stint route, which is like you run 5 feet and that's it. Then Nelson Aguilar and Jordan Matthews were just running vertical upfield. It's like, when does Carson have time to even try to find somebody open? These receivers are not going to give you much. And Nelson Aguilar has the most speed out of all of them, but he can't get it done. Alshon Jeffrey, I haven't given up on him yet, but he's got to be fully healthy. And it just seems like it's either he's been not healthy this whole year or he just doesn't have that fire anymore. Or he's just regressed. But they need to make changes to this wide receiver core. You know, Deshaun Jackson just can't stay healthy, period. We ran the ball 2 times in the second half. We literally ran the ball twice with Miles Sanders in the second half. We signed a Jai, he's not on the field. Boston Scott gets his chance. He fumbles the ball on a kickoff, which is fine. Whatever. Boston Scott isn't amazing, but he's like a Darren Sproles. You know, he's got the size and, you know, he's got a little bit of that undersized mentality and he can, you know, squeak by fucking defenders here and there, but nothing amazing. I'm not putting all this on Carson. Period. I'm not. There's a lot more than that. I know what this quarterback can do. I know what these running backs can do. I know we're one of the worst receiving cores, and it's because of how they put our players in the right positions, in the right positions to win football games, but they're not in the right position at all. They're not. They cannot make plays. They cannot make sideline catches. We don't have a spectacular receiver, and we need to go get one. And like I said, it's not all on Carson Wentz, but Carson Wentz is throwing through a tight window the whole fucking game. He got sacked 4 fucking times. Lane Johnson got out of the game. It's not his fault. Vaitai couldn't even hold his fucking block. The offensive line started to regress later in the game. It was just a fucking mess, but I'm not giving up on Carson Wentz, period. I know how he can play. But I'm not giving him the elite credit because he's not, and he needs help, and he's nothing spectacular. But the guy works hard, and the guy can make all the fucking throws. I know he can. There is no separation with any of these receivers. Not one of these receivers can get separation. This is why he was throwing to his tight ends the whole fucking night. And I can't stand him throwing to tight ends the whole fucking game. You think what you want. I have my opinion. I haven't given on Carson Wentz. It is what it is. And we could lose next week to Russell Wilson. But it's not going to be because of Carson Wentz unless he throws 5 fucking picks. It's going to be because of this fucking scheme, these route combinations, and we have no speed in this fucking offense. Period. That's all I got to say. Peace.